Well, today is just a wonderful day.
Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet? Hope you are all having a wonderful Monday. As you can see, I am in a very good mood today, but we will get into that coming up soon. So, just the one Premier League fixture today. Liverpool versus Liverpool B, as Southampton have been kind of a feeder club for Liverpool over the years. Adam Lallana, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ricky Lambert, Danny Ings. A lot of players going between the two clubs. It's one of those players that came back to haunt Jurgen Klopp in Danny Ings in the second minute as James Ward-Prowse whipped in a free kick over the top. Gets away from his defender, Alisson comes out, chips the keeper. That's it, the only goal of the match. Liverpool had 67% of the possession to Southampton's 33%. Liverpool had 17 shots, but only one on target to Southampton's 7 and 3. Liverpool just did not play well. I didn't watch it live, but I've seen the highlights, and they just couldn't get their act together. They had chances, they had opportunities, as 17 shots would show, but as I've said, and as I'll keep saying, possession does not win you matches. So they're having a lot of trouble at Liverpool at the minute. They're having a hard time playing against the bottom half of the table. West Brom, Fulham, even Leeds' first match of the table, of the league, sorry. Giving them a lot of trouble. So yeah, it's interesting to see. So the reigning champions are not in a good spot at the moment. Level on points with Manchester United, their rivals. Manchester United have a game in hand. So if Manchester United beat Burnley, or even draw with Burnley, then Manchester United go top of the table and overtake Liverpool. So, and I just need to check the rest of the table. Tottenham also have a game in hand, but they'd be a point behind if they won. City have 2 games in hand. They'd go ahead and be level with Manchester United if they won both of their matches. Everton have a game in hand, so they're only 2 points behind. Aston Villa have 2 games in hand, a bit like Spurs. They'd only be a point behind. You know, it's getting very crowded at the top, and Liverpool can't afford to lose any more points. So, next match is against Manchester United. So it'll be interesting to see, or at least I believe that's the next match. There might be a match in between. Let's just have a look. Yeah, no, next match is against Manchester United. So the thing with Manchester United playing Burnley on the 12th is, even though they'll have less of a rest, sometimes that can boost the players. Now, I'm going to use an analogy from another sport, but to use hockey, seeing hockey, you see sometimes the team who has played the most recently has the better fitness, and the players are up for it because they've got that attitude where they've just won a series like yesterday, and they're all for it. Football's a different game. I mean, there's 5 days between the Burnley match and the Liverpool match, but still, it could be a factor. Could go the opposite way, could be tired, but I think it'll go in United's favour if they beat Burnley. So yeah, all is not good on Merseyside at the moment. So, but it's not the only thing that's happening this week. So, nothing happening in La Liga, at least nothing major. Nothing major happening in the Bundesliga because they're not playing until the weekend, and even then, there's not really any huge matches. There's a couple, but we'll go over that another time. In Serie A, there's a big match. AC Milan versus Juventus. So, potentially, if he's fit, it's Zlatan versus Cristiano Ronaldo. So, they've battled before. PSG versus Real Madrid. Inter versus Manchester United. AC Milan versus Manchester United. a lot of Champions League fixtures, Portugal versus Sweden. So two giants of the game coming together if Zlatan's fit. So Juventus are 10 points behind AC Milan and they're in 5th in the table. They do have a game in hand, so if they won that, they'd still be 7 points behind them. But this is an important match for Juventus because if they beat AC Milan, then that puts them in a better stead because then they'd only be 6 points behind. Or, sorry, I'm not doing my maths right. They'd only be 4 points behind, so even better. So, yeah, it's a make or break game. As long as Milan get a positive result, even a draw, then that's great for them. Obviously, they want to get more because they want to keep Inter Milan at bay, but it's an opportunity for Juventus. And if Ronaldo keeps on going the way that he's going, could be a good one to go for. So that's Serie A. That's on Wednesday. But the ones that I really want to talk about are the League Cup semi-finals. So first one is Tottenham versus Brentford. So I'm just going to go through some of Brentford's last results just to see what their form is like. So they beat Bournemouth, obviously a Premier League team last season. They beat Cardiff City. They beat Newcastle in the quarter-final. They beat Reading, drew with Watford, beat Nottingham Forest, drew with Derby County, drew with Blackburn Rovers, beat Rotherham, beat QPR. I'm trying to find their last loss. A couple of draws. So their last loss was all the way back in October. So even though they're a championship side, they have been playing very, very well. And this is one of those matches where they have nothing to lose. As long as they don't get embarrassed on the pitch, then they'll be happy. Tottenham, on the other hand, don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be knocked out by a championship team. And I mean that with no disrespect to Brentford, but it's just saying it like it is. They're a championship side. Tottenham's a Premier League side. They should win, hands down. But it's not how football always works. I remember when Wigan was playing Manchester City, Wigan were in the relegation zone and they beat Manchester City 1-0 in the 92nd minute thanks to a header from a corner. Can't remember the player's name, unfortunately. But then they went and lost to Arsenal 2 days later and got relegated. So just because you're in that zone doesn't mean you can't step up for a big match and make it. So Tottenham have got to be careful. In the other corner, it's a Manchester derby. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed because I would have liked to have this as the final. Have big Manchester derby as the final, and it'll be great. But sorry, I'm just trying to bring up the channels so I can let you know what channels they'll be on. So yeah, it's a shame that we're not having a Manchester derby in the final, but at the same time, it'll make an interesting semi-final. So can Manchester United exercise the evils that we had with losing to Chelsea in the semi-final, losing to Sevilla in the semi-final, getting knocked out of the Champions League? This is one of Manchester United's best opportunities for silverware. Now, not saying we're going to lose the Europa League, not saying we're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup, and not saying we won't win the Premier League because we're level on points with the league leaders. But the League Cup represents one of the best opportunities. And if we can make it past City, either Spurs or Brentford, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be relishing that opportunity. Now, obviously, I say if we make it past City. City just absolutely destroyed Chelsea 3-1, and it should have been about 6 or 7-1. Shouldn't have even had that one, to be fair. It was a bit of a last-ditch effort. But so City will be coming in with full confidence. But then again, Manchester United are on a bit of a roll at the minute. So, and if there's any team in world football that can upset the apple cart at the moment, it's Manchester United. We've done it time and time again. Teams that you don't expect us to beat, or matches where we're 2 or 3-0 down, come back and win. So I think it's going to be a very interesting match. It only adds to the element that it's the Manchester derby. It's Manchester derby. It's a knockout match. It's the League Cup, the oldest cup competitions in world football. Should be a great day. Both of them should be great days because you've got the underdog championship team against one of the better teams in the Premier League should be two great cup matches, and I can't wait to watch both of them. So just to wrap things up, both of the matches are available on ESPN+. We've got the Spurs-Brentford match tomorrow, and then we've got the Manchester United-Manchester City match on Wednesday, along with the Juventus-AC Milan match. Not sure what channel that's on. That one's a bit harder to find. But more than likely it'll be on beIN Sports, potentially ESPN+, but just have to keep your eye out for that one. So I will be back with you on perhaps Wednesday to review the matches, but more than likely Thursday, so that I can go through the weekend's matches. But keep an eye out for the upcoming fixtures. Keep an eye out for the upcoming videos, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the cup football. I hope you enjoy the big match in the Serie A, and hopefully you're just as happy as I am that Liverpool got embarrassed today. But in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe, keeping out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and ta-ra for now.